and remain standing for the national anthem. You may now be seated. I would like to introduce our Student Council President, and she will be talking to you today about what it means to be an exemplary knight. Deanna Torres. While she's getting ready, I would just like you to take a quick look around at all of our students wearing blue cords today. I think we have 38 students, and they are all promise students for Ellen Hancock, so please give them a quick round of applause.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Deanna Torres, and welcome to Maple High's graduation ceremony for the class of 2018. For those who only view Maple from the outside, we're known to house delinquents, drug users, gangbangers, and kids with no concern for an education. However, what our spectators fail to see are us as individuals with our own stories, our own strengths, our own experiences, and perspectives on life. Although I am unable to share their experiences, I can share mine. Normally, I compare myself to others and convince myself that someone else's story is always worse. So what I experience must be nothing. I believe having that thought alone only leads to failure. Failure to understand that what we perceive and process experience differently. One may feel my challenges weren't challenges at all, but simple bumps in the road, while another may think of them as a great war within that I fought to overcome. The night of May 13th, 2017, after a Mother's Day well spent with her grandkids, I lost I lost a loved one along with the motivation to graduate on time. Amongst the crowd, I sat upon the bleachers in Huck Stadium, already weeks into life's latest curveball. Graduation season of last year, I was applauding peers of my appropriate graduating class of Lompoc High School. For a while, I allowed my embarrassment and disappointment to consume me. When confronted about graduation, I lied. And in the midst of wallowing in my sorrow, I decided I needed to change. My main task became getting my diploma. Throughout my high school career, I had been offered many times to attend Maple High School. For time and time again, I declined for fear of falling even further behind. Ultimately, I decided to attend Maple High School, but the blur of my apathy lasted for my first semester. Taking the difficulty up a notch, in order to pass senior English, I had to find my meaning to life. Eventually, after setting and failing to meet many multiple due dates to graduate, I got lost in search of my why. I turned to the comfort of procrastination as a guide for the time being. Few, if not many of you, are probably wondering why I'm up here spouting my tales of misfortune. Allow me to enlighten you by explaining our school mascot, a knight. Here at Maple, our students define being a knight as one who defends, stands up for what is right, and perseveres when life isn't easy. Being a knight is beating the odds and coming out ahead with shield in hand. So far, my story has been dismissal and one of procrastination and how it gets you nowhere. Feeling sorry for yourself doesn't mean others are feeling sorry for you, and lying about your current status ultimately does not change your status at all. Being a knight means taking risks, challenging the opponent, which is sometimes yourself. It means asking for help when you need it because you know you cannot make the best move without backup from fellow players. Being an MHS knight means holding up your shield, ignoring the naysayers, and putting your intelligence into full force and taking it into full force. Take actions, fellow graduates, and don't let anyone tell you you can't. If you do not have a family anywhere else, just remember you always have one here. So congratulations, class of 2018. And I'd like to welcome Ken Austin onto the stage.
Thank you. Just a couple comments before I start with scholarships. Today, as you graduate students and move forward into the next chapter of your lives, think back of all the people who have helped you get to this point. Teachers, parents, friends, your principal, all those folks have helped you get to this point. In many cases, this has not been an easy journey. Believe in yourself as they have believed in you. Take responsibility for where you go from here. Remember, the only person who can truly change you is you. The world awaits you. Go out and make a difference in all you do. Family, work, and I emphasize volunteering. Volunteer in your community. We believe in you. Best of luck in your future endeavors. Now for some scholarships. Okay, I'm here today representing two foundations, the Santa Barbara Foundation and the Scholarship Foundation of Santa Barbara. I'm pleased to be able to present awards for both groups. The Santa Barbara Foundation is a community foundation that has been helping residents of Santa Barbara County for 90 years. Its mission is to mobilize the collective wisdom and philanthropic capital to build empathetic, inclusive, and resilient communities. The Scholarship Foundation has been giving scholarships and offering financial aid, advising to students since 1962, inspiring, encouraging, and supporting Santa Barbara County students and through college, graduate, and vocational school. The Santa Barbara Foundation and the Scholarship Foundation of Santa Barbara have been partnering to award scholarships since 1998. As new scholarship recipients with your entire post-secondary education in front of you, please know that the Scholarship Foundation and the Santa Barbara Foundation stand ready to support you to complete your college or vocational studies. What does this mean? Well, scholarships certainly, which are obviously very important. This year alone, we will award almost 2,700 scholarships, totaling some $8.4 million throughout Santa Barbara County. I want to remind everyone here today that the Scholarship Foundation is about more than scholarships. In fact, an organization also boasts a very robust financial aid advisory operation, staffed by several highly qualified bilingual staff members. We hope that you come back to us each year to reapply, to use our resources to help you complete your goals for your education. Even if you do not get called your name here today, we encourage you to reapply again in the fall. Today I'm going to present 5 scholarships to students here at Maple, totaling $16,000. So as I call your name, please come forward. I will give you a card that will give you instructions on how you go about getting your scholarship. Okay, first I'd like to call up Viviana Castillo. Next, Jorge Cisneros. Anahui Hurtado. Michael Rivera.
I know him.
And last but not least, Anthony Gallardo. Congratulations to all the winners. On behalf of the Scholarship Foundation, thank you to the parents, school staff, and community members for support of our efforts. We are pleased to be able to assist these deserving students in reaching their academic goals. Thank you very much.
Next, I would like to introduce student speaker Anthony Gallardo.
Thank you.
I love you!
I would say I love you too, but I don't. Be shot!
First off, I'd like to say welcome, ladies and gentlemen, but most importantly, welcome Maple Class of 2018. This year has been a crazy ride for all of us, but we're lucky enough to be blessed with wonderful staff here at Maple that help us out all individually. I fell behind my sophomore year at Cabrillo, and when I was given the opportunity to transfer to Maple, I took it. I thought Maple would be a slow-paced school in small classes, less students, and I would be able to get one-on-one help. And for the most part, I was right. Maple is not a slow-paced school. The staff push you and encourage you to show up. And I started taking school a whole lot more seriously. My plan was to catch up on credits and then return back to Cabrillo, but that all changed because now here I am standing before all of you graduating and looking forward to my future. I would like to share a little bit about myself today, if that's okay with you guys. I grew up in Lompoc most of my life for the first 9 years, but then when I was 8, I was taken away and placed in foster care. Being in foster care hurt me as a young child, especially on the inside because I was really connected with my family. Once I left, I realized that I cherish my family more than anything, and when I returned home, I never felt more connected. I was a very troubled youth, and I've had struggles of my own. But once I've overcame those obstacles, I was able to realize that there's a bigger picture out there for myself, and there will be for most of you guys also. Being in the foster care system for 6 years was a huge stepping stone for my teenage years and furthermore. I've had great examples. I had people that was always in my life, and I'm very grateful for them. When I returned back home to my biological mother at the age of 14, I started working in the fields, and it was a great working experience, and I learned that hard work pays off in the long run. You just have to push forward and strive. My first year here at Maple was exciting and memorable. I remember feeling welcomed right away as soon as I entered the gates. As I entered the gates, I was greeted each and every morning with a firm handshake and a good morning by each and every teacher. Luckily for me, I had friends that were already enrolled here that were cool enough to show me around and introduce me. As I got to my homeroom class, I met my first teacher here, Mako. Mako was my homeroom teacher, but most importantly, he was a huge role for my first year. Mako showed me everything that I learned today about English writing, about English skills, and everything else. Another teacher that I met was Z. Z was a wise old man that taught us many things. But one thing I can say about Z is that he never taught any of us the same way. Each of us learned differently. The great thing about Z is that he infused life lessons also with his lectures, which are very beneficial for all of us. Another great staff member I met, where is it? Brian. Brian for me was a wonderful mentor. Most importantly, he was a wonderful, great, what was it?
Coach?
He was a role model for me. He was always there for me when I needed someone to talk to, and I can always count on him when things got hard for me. The most important person that I could say for me to meet this year when I had struggles to talk to and no one was around was Mr. Darde. Because of you, I can say that I was able to finish strong my first year, and I'm glad that I did. Now my last year here at Maple. At the beginning of the year, I was displeased because of the changes that happened over the summer, and as I got to know, they were, you could say, for the better of the school. I got to know the principal, Miss Wallace, a little bit in the beginning, but I was displeased. I didn't really like her because of the fact that the changes were since she got here, so yeah. You already know. Walking onto campus, I've had a negative opinion, and it changed quickly. Throughout the middle of the year, I've had a serious talk with Miss Wallace, and she encouraged me and pushed me to finish forward. Most importantly, not for me, but for my family. For the rest of the year, I decided to push myself and to strive better and to continue to work hard. And I can say that, sure enough, it sure happened. Every morning for my last 3 weeks here at Maple, Miss Wallace woke me up. Miss Wallace woke me up every morning at 6 a.m. and brought me to school just to make sure that I got my assignments done. Mako was another teacher that also helped me. He pushed me forward every day, making sure that I got my work done, making sure that everything was corrected. Brian, most importantly, was that role model, like I said earlier, that always continued to show me good and how I can improve myself for the better of myself and not just for others. And of course, Mr. Darde was the one teacher or the counselor that pushed me to have good faith, because at the end of the day, there's always going to be people riding behind you and people that look up to you. I can say that I'm proud of everything that I accomplished these last 2 years here at Maple, and I'm looking forward to my future career also. And just want to say congratulations to the class of Maple 2018. And one more thing, if I could say, everyone that wanted a shout out, this is your shout out, so I'll see you guys later.
That was a great ride right there.
have some other scholarship awards to give out now.
Good afternoon. My name is Lorraine Waldow. I'm the president of the Lompoc Valley Democratic Club, and I'm here today with Wally Waldow, board member, and Pamela Buchanan from the Scholarship Committee. We're very pleased today because this is the first time we've been able to offer a scholarship to Maple High School. Yay! The Scholarship Committee was very impressed with the recipient that we are awarding today a $500 scholarship. She showed a lot of leadership ability while she was here. She developed her skills. She also participated in community involvement through the AAUW speech contest and other clubs like SAVE. And so today we are very proud that she is graduating, and we would like Deanna Torres to come forward and accept this scholarship.
We have one more scholarship.
Hi folks, congratulations to those of you who managed to keep on your caps. This year Maple staff had a unique opportunity. We had an anonymous donor gift a scholarship, asking us to select the Maple student graduating this year who most embodied the values of Maple High School. This student went above and beyond what we look for in a student. Attendance, behavior, and credit really embodied the Maple spirit in her first year on campus. Script's getting old, but it's deserved. It's Deanna Torres for the Maple Scout Scholarship.
And earlier today at our senior breakfast, they couldn't be here to present this today during graduation, but the Festival Association came and presented two $500 scholarships to Michael Rivera and Anthony Gallardo. Sorry guys, we'll get there, we'll get there. Okay, hopefully I don't get windblown here. Each year, I get the immense pleasure of standing up here and addressing a group of students who have made it to that cap and gown. Last year I stood up here as a proud, albeit nervous first year principal of 43 graduates. I looked out there into the sea of green and white, much like I am now, and I talked to those students about all that they had accomplished, and I talked about adversity versus tenacity, and I talked about hard work, grit, and kindness. This year, I am standing up here again as a very proud principal. Just check the hashtag on Instagram and Twitter. We are live feed right now. But this year it's 59 graduates. Today I absolutely do not have to talk to you graduates about tenacity or grit. When I look into the sea of green and white today, I see individuals who have shown me how much we can accomplish even when we don't think we can. Students who are walking out the door with more than a diploma, and some faces I am seriously going to miss. Of course. I cannot give a speech about these students, however, without talking about their resiliency. In fact, I would consider these students to be the definition of resiliency. Sir Winston Churchill says it best when he said, "A pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity, and an optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty." When one of you wanted to give up, another would come out of the woodwork and grab the other by the elbow and say, "Let's get it done." Maple is different. Here, you students are not struggling for the top spot, the best GPA, or checking the roster to see if you made the team. Here, you all become the team. You are the team. Once you come to Maple, you are not blue, you are not gold, and you are not that kid over there. You are a knight from the time you enter the door, and you are a knight when you exit. It is my hope that you take all of the amazing things we have seen you do here, and you show them to the world. The world needs it. So before I go too far, I want you to pick up the rock we left in your seat if you haven't already. I want you to take this moment to think about that rock. While I was helping Miss Glow paint them, I thought of the words I would use to describe you. Individualistic, because none of you are the same. Resilient, because each of you has been through something and come out standing on your own 2 feet. And persistent, because no matter how hard the world has tried to shape you, you adjust and move on to the next thing. I would also have to describe you as hilarious for all of the things that you have done to make me laugh. These students in front of us today have assured us all that we will never love another class as much as we love them. I think they might be onto something. So as I share a few of my memories, I would like for you to hold that rock in your hand and put a few of your memories in it as well. Some of you have spent time in my office because you have disagreed with me and you wanted to share your opinion with me more than once, more than twice. Some of you have spent time in my office just because you needed someone to listen. And some of you have spent so much time in my office, too much time in my office, I figure at this point maybe you'll want to become high school principals. I won't mention any names. I've gotten to know some of you through grid, through yoga, from lunches as triple threats, and some of you through zero period as you have worked so hard to get this diploma. I will always remember the young lady who was a leader without a voice until she stood up in front of the staff and then the crowds to give her first public speech, blowing us all away. The young man who decided one day that new teachers weren't so bad and took the school and the idea of college by the horns, looked it straight in the face and said, "I'm going to do this." The student who came to us with the intention of going back because he knew that he would not fit in here, because he never fit in there either, and graduating from Maple brought unfathomable stigma. Yet he sits here today with great friends and great pride and great plans. The young lady who would be out walking between classes every single day, and every single day had to hear me say, "What are you doing out of class?" Well, the push and the pull worked out between us because here she is, and I am so proud of her for her perseverance. And the young man who, when he was upset with the world, still brought a flower to Miss Petra every single day. And I watched him grow from hating the world and hating where he was to smiling at me even these past few weeks. You might wonder why these particular students stand out for me. It is because even though some of these students think I didn't get to know them, or maybe I didn't like them, or I didn't care, they matter, and they have mattered, and they do matter. And they have all heard me say, we all wake up with a story. Be patient, be kind, and be tolerant. There are a handful of you who can recite my expectations and know what the door to the community is. This will serve you well in the future. To those of you who are Promise students, I congratulate you on your courageous step forward. For those of you who are enlisting, and for those of you who could not walk today because you already have, I am so proud of you. Good job, Sebastian. For every one of you who has started a plan for what happens tomorrow when you are no longer high schoolers, I am proud of you. Individual, resilient, and persistent, like rocks. Hold them tight. Hold them, your rocks, as well as your memories of Maple High School. None of you are the same. None of you fit perfectly within any shape, but you always serve a purpose. Rocks create direction for water. They stop mud from rolling too far. And some are used for beautification, while others are weathered but stand up to the storm. Every time the wind blows through, the rock changes shape just enough. And now this one holds memories through this amazing time in your life. As you get ready to move that tassel, I want you to take this quote. Surround yourself with the dreamers and the doers, the thinkers and believers. But most of all, surround yourself with those who see greatness in you, even when you don't see it in yourself. You are great. You are the 2018 Maple High School graduate. You are a knight, and you rock.
One more thing. It's very short. I just need to certify to the Lompoc Unified School District Board of Trustees, represented over here, that everybody who's going to cross this stage in the next several minutes has actually met the requirements for a general education diploma according to the standards of the California Department of Education and the Lompoc Unified School District Board of Trustees itself. So if you didn't, don't walk across. Because now it's on me. Okay.